Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about rising prices, whether it's food prices or other things, and I wanted to tell you guys about two things that happened to me. What can we do about it? Let's get started and talk about it. You guys know I love to be very solution based, so let me tell you a couple of my experiences. First of all, I'm not going to name any companies because I like to keep that off the channel. But I want to tell you two things that happened to me that actually kind of made me a little bit mad. And then I'm going to talk to you guys about some ideas of what we can do about rising prices, whether it's food or other things, and a few suggestions. And I know I'll have some suggestions from you. So let me get started and tell you two quick stories. Number one, on Black Friday, I wanted to order a sweat outfit because the sweat outfit that I have is a little bit big. I wanted to order one sweat outfit and a terry cloth robe because it was 50% off. And so I wanted to order it on Black Friday. So I called this particular company. They told me that the item was on back order until December 25th. I said, not a problem. And so I go to put in the code to get the 50% off and was told by customer service, oh, I'm sorry, but you will not be able to use that code to get those items. So basically, I was going to be charged full price for a couple items that I was actually buying on Black Friday. I didn't mind getting them late. I didn't even mind waiting until the very end of December because it wasn't an urgent need. And so basically, I was going to be charged twice as much money because of that. So you know what? We as consumers have a choice. I can say, yes, that's okay, or no, thank you. I was very polite because it's not his fault. I said, thank you, but no. I said, I'm going to go ahead and just cancel this order right now before going through. But of course, after that, I kept getting emails from this particular company. Then, one other thing that happened, which was something else that was irritating, not mentioning any company names, I found some delicious protein shakes that I really loved, and they were in a certain seasonal flavor, so I ordered them. And I really liked them, and they were fair price. They were what I call average retail price that you would see out there. And I shared them with some folks, and so I thought I'm going to order another package. So they were $24.99 or $24 for a pack of 12. I go online, and all of a sudden they're $38 for the same thing. I'm like, what? I just bought these 3 or 4 weeks ago. And so I thought, oh, let me just wait. Maybe something's, messed up. So I thought I'll just wait a few days. I go back a few days later. They went from $24 to $38 to $67. So I thought, nope. And guess what? I just went with a different brand. So these kind of things happen. I don't know how people get away with that kind of thing, or both of these things I'm telling you about, but they can. But we as consumers have choices. We have a lot of choices, or I should rephrase that. At least where I live in Dallas, Texas, I have many choices. I don't know where you live, so I shouldn't assume that. So apologize about that one. But I'm going to tell you a few things that we can do. One thing many people are not willing to do, which is number one, be willing, whether it's food or anything else that you can't find or you feel the price is too high, because what happens is when they have less of an item, they know they can raise the price on it, whatever it is. So I would buy a different brand. A lot of people used to be very brand specific or loyal to a certain brand. If you can find a generic brand and maybe it's not quite as good, but it's still pretty good, I really recommend that. I know many people are not willing to switch brands, but I'm very willing to switch brands to save a few dollars. So let me know if you are. One question I have for you guys, since March, have any of you, because you couldn't find whatever item you normally buy, have any of you switched brands in any of the items? Write about it in the comments below. Number two, this is obviously a given. Look for sales or clearance or things that are close to date and, see if you can get a good deal that way. Number three, we've spoken about this and I still haven't used it. I got my price book from Living on a Dime to Grow Rich, which I think is the cutest price book, and I need to start using it. Start tracking prices in your area and, having friends help with this too, so y'all can look out for each other and figure out, what are the prices and keep with what stores have the best prices for what items. Also, number four, and I put this down, basically switch around what you're eating. For example, let's say a certain meat is really expensive. So let's say you're used to buying ground beef and normally it's $3.99 a pound and all of a sudden it's $7.99 a pound. Either look for it when it's close out of date and buy it on clearance, or maybe don't buy ground beef. Make some other types of things. You can use tuna. You can use beans. I know the vegans will love to hear this. We can always eat less meat. And, you know, a lot of folks, one of the best ways to save money is instead of using a whole pound of ground beef, use 1/4 of it and use the rest of it with beans. And there's all sorts of ways to save. So use something else besides the item that costs a lot. And basically just don't buy it. Also, another big one, share with your friends and family. I had a friend of mine, I shared some of the turkey with her that I had, and she made a delicious homemade turkey soup with all sorts of vegetables and cabbage, and guess what? She seasoned it up. She brought some over to our family. We had a hearty bowl of soup, which was a free meal. So if we all shared what we had, we'd use up the food in our house. It wouldn't go to waste. And I think there's plenty of food out there. I think just number one, people like to buy processed foods. Number two, we waste food or it gets hidden behind things. But if we all shared what we had and used what we had at home, I really think there would be more food available for all of us. So, and last but not least, make it yourself. Find ways to make things yourself rather than buying things. That would be something else that we could do. You know, bottom line is you see a lot of things out there in media about rising food prices or, oh, you better go get this, better go get that. At least in my area, we do have choices. We just may have to be a little more creative. I'd like to know from you guys, how are you handling this situation? If you feel some things are overpriced, how do you handle it? And do you have any great suggestions and proactive things that we can do? Let me know. By the way, I'll put some other budgeting videos at the end of this one. Hopefully you'll find some of them interesting. You'll especially want to read the comments. And if you want more personal videos, please consider supporting me on Patreon. That's all for now. I love you, appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.